Disney friends, it's I, Sam, from Sam's Disney Diary, and that below me is the blue-haired blogger himself, Greg, from Fantasyland News. It is December the 10th, 2025. Happy holidays to all. Greg, there's still things going on at Walt Disney World outside of the holidays, including the holidays, getting ready for 2026. What do we got to talk about this evening, my friend?
What did you say I was doing to you? I was what below you? What?
You're
Sir.
Usually
Sir,
when we're on
family
screen,
entertainment show.
when we're on screen, sometimes we get confused with camera mirrors and who's to the left or who's to the right. But the way it is tonight, I mean, look.
Yeah, I never know
Although
which side you're
things,
on. But now I know I'm below you. Now I'm above you. Yeah, now put me back down there. I'm down. I'm fine down here. There's a way to start off. See, this is what you get pushing me right before we go on. You're like, shut up, don't talk. Because I will just keep talking randomly. And you're like, dude, we're going live. And then the last thing somebody hears is me cursing. And I'm like, oh, that should have
only happened once.
Once. It'll happen again, I'm sure. I don't know how to learn my lesson.
What do we have tonight, my friend?
Tonight we have, my friend, many things have happened recently, mostly entertainment. Some of the stuff at the parks, though. So we got New Year's have come out, 2026 merchandise. I need to get the rest of the 2026 merchandise. Construction update at Magic Kingdom, scaffolding down at Big Thunder. We got new shortbread tins. I like the Tin Man. Not the Tin Man. I do like the Tin Man, but I do like the Tin Man.
I just let you go with that.
Swan and Dolphin is going to have Santa Claus, and then where does Santa go to vacation? Swan and Dolphin, apparently. Plus, the steam trains have turned 100. The Brogy and the Walter E. Disney one, is that what it is?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that. We got tons of Festival of the Arts details to go over today. All that information dropped. We'll talk about Zootopia 2. Apparently, a celebrity was in town enjoying some Zootopia 2. Better Zoogether. That makes one person who's enjoying it. Oh, did I say out loud? I shouldn't have stopped talking.
No. Wait, let's not confuse the attraction from the movie, because the movie is, oh my gosh.
Well, the movie's taken up. We're going to talk about that, about how great that movie is. And then entertainment news. Star Wars, the original, is coming back to theaters. We're going to deep dive that, because when you say original, we know Avengers Endgame is coming back to theaters next year.
That's cool.
Before the new Doomsday comes out in theaters. Percy Jackson premiered today. We got Miss Piggy news of all things. We got Fraggles. We got Bluey. We got popcorn buckets. And of course, my friend, as always, we will end it with the Muppets.
Hey, happy holidays, all that and more coming right up. And we're back, Greg. I There's so much going on this time of year. There's a lot of things happening. It might impact our schedule, right? Because look, if you look ahead, Wednesday night is Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, and some days where you and I aren't going to be around. We'll get to that in a minute. But even next week, there's so much happening. I have birthdays in my family. Monday Night Football is coming to a city near me, which made me start to think about this last Monday Night Football game.
Oh, do we have to go there?
See that
Oh,
segue? It took me a while to set that up, but we're
I
talking
was
about.
I followed you all the way, and then you had to bring this up. Look,
It is true. Monday Night Football is in Pittsburgh next weekend, and I will be down there. But this
look,
past
as
Sunday,
being from Philadelphia, last week's game, thank God was not in Philadelphia because I could see the fans rioting over how bad this broadcast
I
was.
did. I
Yeah,
did watch that. I watched portions of that on ESPN2 and Disney Plus, the
yeah.
Monsters Funday Football extravaganza. I watched a little bit of the halftime show, a little
Look,
bit.
you and I are very positive on Disney. We've always been. We have a lot of great things to say, but I think when they do something very bad, we should be able to go, "This sucked." Sam, this sucked. This
So I
3 years in a row. Look, is it good for Toy
was cool
Story?
because it was
Yes.
cool because it was unique. It was
And
something.
it's made
Yeah.
for characters from Toy Story, right?
Yes.
Last year was what was
Simpsons.
last year? Simpsons, right? That works perfectly. It's the 2D animation. Comes off the screen very well. When you are Pixar and you sell that the amount of fur that is on Sully is like 90 million pixels deep, and then you throw it into this 2D rendered thing. It looked like he was a broken Charlie Brown Christmas tree with all his needles have fallen off.
We're
It was
not the
bad.
audience, clearly. I would be interested if there's anyone out there watching later, watching now. It's like, oh, I watched it. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
It's clearly for kids. Maybe they watched it. Maybe they liked it. But it seemed to me in watching the telecast while watching this on a mobile device, there was clearly a huge delay. And it felt like the monsters, whether it was Sully or Mike, that were being placed for players, scored a lot of the touchdowns. So do you think they were doing that on the fly and saying, okay, this is a score or this is going to be an interception. Let's make sure that Sully is in the backfield to catch that.
Those characters all did the big plays all night.
They did.
They had a minute and a half to put the right character in there. And it felt like it was less than last year. Like last year, you had a bunch of Simpsons characters that were doing various things. This time you had Mike and Sully. Look, is this it is made for kids. It's made for families to watch football. Maybe little Susie or Billy is like, I want to know what my dad likes, so I'm going to watch football. Or mom likes the San Diego Chargers, so I'm going to watch football my way with watching Mike and Sully do it. I just felt like, and I said this before we started on the air, it felt like this is a Nickelodeon version of sports. Right, this is a Disney standard.
They do their prime time, and that's fine. But the reason why I wanted to show it is the image that we have on screen is a picture of the poster that is at Disney Springs near the AMC theater. So clearly, they are pushing the heck out of this thing.
Let's be fair. They had one poster at Disney Springs. You know, just like Nothing for Nothing, and we're not talking about it this week, but the new Jonas Brothers Christmas movie dropped. And out in California, they have backdrops and meet and greets, and it's all this whole area is dressed up. Here they have a traveling piano.
I guess it's better than nothing. The traveling piano's been there, but okay.
No, let's take nothing. No, let's just take nothing.
All right, let's move on.
Nothing.
We're going to move on to some new merchandise. Now, you mentioned that there's new 2026 merchandise dropped. We don't have images of it, but I can imagine, Greg, the lounge flies and the button-down jerseys and the spirit jerseys. And
this is the big 2026 one. So there's baseballs and magnets and pens and pencils and travel bags. And I mean, it is the whole gambit of things. And you can see kind of what it looks like. It's that retro late 60s inspired Mickey and Minnie. There's Epcot. I mean, it's Walt Disney World, so you're going to get all the icons are on all the merchandise. I
Right.
did see the Fantasia one, and I was like, "Is that new or old?" And I could not find it, and I was like, "That's interesting."
That is cool.
Yeah.
It
So
is the Tower
next
of
time
Terror
you're on,
for
we will have
studios.
all the 2026 merchandise to go
Cool.
through.
Here, I have one request for you to look for
Yeah.
me for
Is it a
dated
button-down shirt?
merchandise. No, I'll get a picture of that one. That'll be around. There are two things that I had collected for decades. I'm talking, 1980, 1998 until 2018, 19, and they stopped producing them. One is a mini football with the date on it.
Yeah,
Mickey
no, they do
Mouse,
baseball.
they used to do the football and the baseball, no more
Yeah.
footballs. And the dated license plate. They stopped making it, and instead they just make the frame that goes around the license plate.
Yeah, they just do the frame anymore. I mean, isn't it, like, illegal in Florida to have a vanity plate on
Well,
the
maybe in
front? That could be it.
Florida, but that's a state by state thing, but that's not the
Yeah.
case in PA. You can put any plate in the front, but there are states like Ohio, same license plate on the front and the back of the car, which, by the
Yeah.
way, makes it much easier when you're getting an Uber because you see the plate on the front. So I don't disagree with that logic. But those are two things, Greg, that I had collected. I have plates in my garage of every year from Disney World because they'd be on a car for a year, then would take it off and I'd hang it on the wall.
You
And
know what I always
they
used to
just
love was the giant baseball bat pencil or pen,
I know what you're talking about. The big pen.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the
And it
hook
was
on the end of it, because you
right.
needed the hook on the end of it
Yeah.
for the eraser, because the
Yeah,
eraser
I'll go through the whole thing. I'll find out exactly what they have, and
it
of
was
course, it's
disappointing
gonna
when
be a
they
lot.
stopped the football. I mean, there
Yeah.
was a shelf in my son's room with the football for every year, and there were probably 14 or 15 of them, and they stopped producing.
Did you
Dropped.
also collect out of the vending machine, the or the quarter machine, whatever it was, the little tourney one, the little football helmets,
Yeah. Well, you know what I found
right?
was easier just to buy the set than try to collect them all because I'd end
That's
up with, like,
cheating. That's
it is
cheating.
cheating, but
But you know what? You end up
like,
saving a whole lot more money.
well, you do, and then you don't have to worry about what am I gonna do with all these Cleveland Brown helmets or whoever it was that you'd get because
Did you
nobody
just throw Cleveland under the bus?
well,
We love you all, but not you, Cleveland.
no, that's not true. Let me move on because you being in the parks yesterday, and we'll get to why you were there. Or was it
Yesterday,
this morning?
today.
This is today.
It's
In the
today.
Magic Kingdom today,
As
some
you
of
can
the
see how
walls have been
overcast it is. It has been overcast and rainy here for a few days.
hold on.
We're not used to that in the middle of
Snow
December.
let me look at the snow falling outside, Greg, and not feel bad for you. Is that okay?
Oh yeah. Never mind.
Lily
I'm
knows
good.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
It's
I'm good.
snowing there too, I'm sure. There's
Mm.
probably a foot or so outside.
No, thank you.
All right, so they moved some construction walls. So let's talk through this. This, of course, is back near Big Thunder. And let me click on a couple of here. So Big Thunder, the entire facade of Big Thunder had been behind walls. Now that wall has moved so that it covers part of it. To the left of this wall, Greg, there used to be a popcorn cart. Is that still there, or is it
The
back?
popcorn cart is still there. You can get
Okay.
basically. So this was what they did was the entrance and almost all the way to where the I guess Old Faithful kind of thing was.
Yes.
That's where the wall was. They just moved it to cover the whole entrance. Yeah. So the popcorn cart is still there. You
Okay.
can
I
still get
wasn't
to
sure if it
Tiana's,
was
no
or not.
issue. Like it's not blocked off from Tiana's, right? So it's just that little section you get popcorn back there.
I got it. Now, next question. As this wall sort of moved a little bit, well, let me move on to the next one here because
Okay.
this image is looking back towards the castle, and this is the construction wall that is around the rivers of America, which aren't there anymore. The river's gone, so we're going to call this Piston Peak because that's what it is. Looking over the fence,
The
we
start
can
of Piston Peak, you have to build a mountain one sand grain at a time.
and it looks like a lot of sand is back there. We can see straight through what used to be the rivers to the castle, which looks pretty clear in the distance. There'll be some interesting views from this area with the castle in the background.
I don't think you're gonna see the castle from this area
You don't think so?
anymore. No, I think you're
mean,
gonna
yeah.
see Piston Peak. And that's what's going to make it wonderful. It's going to separate that land really well. I think that view, right? What are we looking at? We are looking at what was the restaurant and the boat launching and landing
Aunt
dock
Polly's.
area,
Yeah.
right? So that all that trees, all that island is gone, and you're not going to see Haunted Mansion. You're not going to see across there.
No,
That Piston Peak thing, I think, is going to take up your whole view.
It is. It is. So let's turn around again from this view and look back towards Big Thunder Mountain, because in this particular image, there's something missing that I didn't catch right away, but you caught for me.
Yeah, scaffolding.
Scaffolding's gone.
We've been living with scaffolding there for over a year, man. So it's like you really do notice when you're like, something's missing. What is scaffolding.
It looks
we
wonderful.
have
The
seen
colors are sharp, man.
on the track running. So they are testing. Look, we're not close to opening up. We're about another 3 to 4 months from opening.
So
but
in the 2026, it was considered spring, right, Greg?
Spring, yeah. So
Spring.
End of March, probably April. I mean, the normal thing is April 5th to the 22nd.
Got it. It looks great. It looks sharp. And if you move just a little bit towards the right, in this image, we're looking with Big Thunder to the left and the right-hand side. Some of the trees were on Tom Sawyer Island that are still there. But what I notice is the river of rocks, because it looks like that's getting filled in pretty quickly.
Yeah, there's a volcano coming through and just depositing rocks everywhere.
Yeah, rocks everywhere.
And I mean, look, it's construction. And here's the thing. Right, I hate taking pictures over walls. Like, we won't take it over the wall. But
no, you are standing. Let's be clear. You are standing probably near the Briar Patch, or what was the Briar Patch?
What was the Briar Patch? Right. So, it's interesting to see what you can see. You start looking at it and going, "Oh, this is actually going to be a massive land. This is going to be impressive when this is done. This is going to take up a lot of space and a lot of things." But it's like, so I got to deal with 2 years of looking at this. That's fine.
Well, and I look at this, Greg, and think the trees are still on the old island because you want to fill in the riverway so that when you take the trees out, you have something to drive over with them. So it'll be interesting to see what this looks like in 3 months when Big Thunder opens up, because the first thing people are going to do is be taking pictures from the top of the lift hill on Big Thunder.
It'd be awesome if they put up one of those giant walls that Disney's known to do.
So you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of, I can't wait to ride Slink Dog so I can get a view into Galaxy's Edge before Galaxy's Edge opens, right?
That was so cool. The Tianas and ride that and be like, oh, I can get pictures.
Yes, that's exactly.
But the problem is you're about to go over a 45-foot drop, and you're like, click, ah!
Yeah. That's how did you do that again?
Click, ah!
Yeah, that's what I was. Let's head up to the front of Magic Kingdom. That's it for construction. Things are happening. Look, we saw in all of the 2026 stuff that we talked about last week. If you missed the show, please go back and listen. All of that is, look at all this cool stuff that's going on. Never mind what's going on behind the construction walls.
Yep.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
It's fine. We won't.
Yeah.
He has no magical powers, by the way.
None.
I learned that from another movie. Back at the Magic Kingdom, there is a new
tin,
a new cookie tin, a new double-decker bus with all of your favorite Disney characters that's filled with what cookie is in these?
They're shortbread Walkers. Shortbread
Walk. They are. When I first saw this image, Greg, I thought it was at the UK because that's where they had been selling those.
Yeah, and those shortbread cookies are wonderful. But it's more important. It's like that tin, right? How many people collect Christmas tins? I still do. Look, there's a popcorn tin out at movie theaters right now. Like, for Silent Night, Deadly Night. Like, it's Christmas tins are a thing, and this is the Walker shortbread tin, and it's really well designed. I mean, it's a tin, but if you look at
looks cool.
how well done it is, it's worth your price to own
It's a
that 10.
bus. It's a
Yeah,
double-decker bus that's
it
riding
is
around
with
the
all
United
the
Kingdom.
characters, and if you can see some of the characters that are on there, it makes it
See Darkwing
worthwhile.
Duck.
Yep. Ebenezer Scrooge is on, well, I mean, Scrooge is on there. Like,
Scrooge, yeah.
there's a whole bunch.
Clarabelle.
Yeah,
Huey, Dewey, and Louie up in the top. Of course, they got
yeah.
that top seat there.
Goofy's on there. There's, Tinkerbell.
All right, let's head over to the Swan and Dolphin. We talked about the Fragile sipper last week. Did you get one yet, Greg?
No.
No, that's right. You
Why
said you
why would I want a leg sipper in my house? That's just weird.
Yeah, I got a lamp in my house.
I mean, why would I want anything like that? I mean, I don't own any, just pay no
Yeah,
attention to the stuff behind me.
Let's
No,
talk about this.
It's cool. It's really cool, and I truly love the Swan and Dolphin, but I mean, I'm not a Christmas Story fan.
Understood. So let's talk Swan and Dolphin then. Entertainment and photo ops with Santa and Mrs. Claus. There's a lot of things happening over there.
A lot of things happening.
So not only Santa and Mrs. Claus, Jessica, by the way, that should be her name. They also have Candy Cane the elf, spelled with K's, will be entertaining guests at Santa's holiday hangout by the Swan Pool.
Wait, just 1 second. Wait.
Yeah.
Jessica?
Yeah.
Where are we pulling Jessica from? Is that from Heat Miser, Snow Miser, or A Year Without a not Year Without a Santa Claus? Santa Claus is coming to town? No. What's that one? Holly?
Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's Santa Claus is coming to town. It's Jessica.
I mean, it could be Jessica.
Yeah. No, it is.
I'm asking for clarification. I'm not accusing you of like renaming Mrs. Claus.
No, not at all. We'll wait for the comment to click up.
Anyway,
Santa Claus is coming to town. Yes,
special photo op.
And the Candy Cane elf would be cool. There's also Santa's Dancing Light Spectacular. That's each evening at the hotel's causeway between the Swan and the Dolphin. Dazzling musical spectacular.
That's probably really well done. I need to get over there for that one. That's probably
synchronized to your favorite holiday. They've lit that up for a long time, but it is cool to see it in person. It's one of those things that you see from a distance, and you're like, "Hey, I want to walk over and check that out." There's also an Elves Magical Workshop, where children can step into a whimsical world of creativity inside the Elves' Magical Workshop. Friendly elves guide them through festive craft stations, including ornament decorating, personalized gift bags, stuffed toys, and complimentary cookie decorating. Now, great. Do you think you can get into the cookie decorating?
I think I could probably get in there. I need to go there anyway. I can meet Mrs. and Mr. Claus on select nights.
Chris and Jessica.
If we want to call her Jessica, look, I'm going to go with your psychosis here and call her Jessica. I'm going to meet Chris and Jessica. Apparently, see, when you say it that way, that sounds creepy. Like I'm going to go sit on Chris and Jessica's lap, and then you're like, "No, that's at the bar later, sir." Like, it's Annabelle. See, I thought it was Annabelle.
No, I don't know where you got that from. Let's keep going. Here's the schedule for Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Select nights from 6 to 8 p.m. The biggest issue I have here is it's when the parks open. And unless that's your day you're getting there or something like that, cookie decorating at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Most of these things happen at night.
You got to have a day off from the park when you're down there. If you're down there for 5 days, one day should be for Disney Springs. You go back to your resort, you swim, you dance, you go meet Santa Claus, you decorate some cookies, you meet Kris Kringle or Kringle Elf or whatever his name is, and Chris and Jessica.
What was the elf's name? The elf's name is Candy Cane.
Candy Cane. Yeah.
Water slides and electric DJ over at the Swan Reserve swimming pool. Arts and crafts are daily from noon until 4. Team activities are from 11 till 5, and s'mores every night at sundown.
Yeah.
That is fun.
And their s'mores are good. They're real Hershey's.
And you can see, by the
Marshmallow.
way, it's basically Thursday, Friday, Saturday up until the weekend before Christmas.
Yeah. And
All good.
then
And then
afterwards, Santa Claus goes on vacation at the Swan and Dolphin.
he does. So after Christmas Day, I
Yep.
believe, is when he starts to appear. We'll have some more details on that later.
Yes, we will.
Another cool thing that happened, Greg, 2 of the locomotives, the steam engines that are at Walt Disney World, the Walter Broggie and the not Walter Broggie.
Roger Broggie.
Thank you. And Walter Disney locomotives turned
Yes.
100 years old. Of course, the train isn't 100, the track, but these trains were in service when Disney found
Yeah.
them and somewhere in South America, if I remember right. And they shipped them back up here, and they've been restored and running ever since.
And they go out for service for years at a time, and they come back and they look brand new, and they will run forever with how well Disney takes care of them. So for them being 100, they look brand new.
They do, and that is 2 of the 4 engines that are running around Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
But look, even though it's in its back
the other 2
shuttle mode, I do not know the other 2 off the top of my head.
That is the Roy Disney and the Lillian Disney.
The Lily. See, I figured one would be Lillian because of the Lillian Bell car in Disneyland.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm also the one thing I fell in love with about Walt Disney and Disney World was the train. So seeing them celebrate 100 years, first off with the cast members who have dedicated their lives to upkeeping these.
Yes.
But to have them still be able to run right now and on this day, this is a form of transportation that is long gone. But for some odd reason at Disney World, it's like one of the first things I ever want to do is ride the steam train. And it is legit a steam train. It is run that way. You can watch them clean the pipes out and clear them out almost every time it stops in Fantasyland Station.
Yep.
You can see the smoke billowing out of the top, and I know at Disneyland you can go on do a behind the scenes tour of it. I wish they would offer that here at Disney World, because I would absolutely do that tour in a split second.
Yeah. It's amazing, Lily. You're absolutely right. It's amazing how they keep these things restored, and it's still a call back to Walt, right? You connect this back to the train.
It's great. It's so great. It's so funny. I literally had to search my Google Photos for steam train, and every version of their trains came up, every color, every photo you could. And I was just like, it took me. I think my brain locked on me at one point. I was looking at so many steam trains and like, which one? And then I'm like, oh no, that's the Lillian Disney. Oh no, and like,
oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it matters to me.
Okay. And in your image, you see the water tower in the background there at Fantasyland Station. That's where they pull that thing down,
and it legit works.
Absolutely, yes, it does. And you can hear it hitting the hot iron and whistling, and it's just as cool. It's also cool. To me, Greg, it's a harken back to Walt Disney. It is a train set.
Right, it's like you can go over to Boulder Ridge and you can see the original trains from his personal collection, and
some of them, a couple of the cards.
Two.
The rest of it is at the Family Museum, and it's amazing to see in person.
Which, if I ever had land, I would absolutely build that myself.
I don't disagree with you, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Of course, it's the holiday season.
You got land. Can we come up there and build it on your? Would your wife allow us to build a steam train?
I would say no, and there's not enough room. I need a lot more land than what I have. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk EPCOT, because there's nothing better than in the middle of December to start talking about why to go to Walt Disney World in mid-January, because it's the festival of the arts.
Look, nothing for nothing. Christmas is over.
We've
moved on, man. I don't know what you're talking about. We're into January. We're good.
We are. Disney is clearly into January because lots of details for the Festival of Arts
lots
dropped, except for some very important details, which we'll get to in just a minute. But tell us a little bit about some of the activities. You just dropped the blog with lots of details today. Figment's Brush with the Masters, of course, is back.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's figure out where to start. So, First off, it is starting. Sorry, I was hoping this would load. There it is. So it starts this year, January 16th. It runs through February 23rd. I believe that's like 39 days, 36 days, 39 days. So the 16th through the 23rd is Festival of the Arts. Most things open around 11 a.m., but some stuff will open at 9 a.m. for you. The must-dos this year is the new Disney Lorcana Quest, which is a scavenger hunt where you're going to travel around World Showcase and EPCOT and find oversized Lorcana cards. There is a new lounge where you're going to turn in at. It's called the Illumineers Lounge, and it is in Morocco.
Okay.
So it looks like Lorcana is going to set up their home base in the Illumineers Club in Morocco. This Lorcana game is massive, so of course people are going to go for that first thing. We have, let's see, what is going on? Deconstructed Dish is back. Figment Inspiration Station is back. The Gourmet Landscape is back. The Artist Table is back. Craftsman Courtyard Deco Delights. L'Art de la Cuisine Française. And then, of course, all the drinks you have are going to be there. Disney on Broadway concert series is back this year. And there, Isabella McKella is going to be there. Susan Egan, James Monroe Iglehart, Kissy Simmons, Sarah Borges, what else is going on? And then, of course, Once Upon a Stage, the magic of Disney on Broadway is returning again this year. Art Defying Gravity will be back. The Jaminators will still be out there.
Yeah, I think we'll get more entertainment, like probably Nicholas Marks and
they announced a ton of them. I just didn't write all of them up yet.
No, that's fine. It's a celebration of the culinary arts, the performing arts, and the what else was it?
The food arts.
The arts.
Food. Yeah.
Yeah, culinary arts, performing arts, and the artists themselves. The create. I don't know. I forget. Why am I blanking on that?
I don't know. They're going. Let's see. Visual arts and interactive fun. We have expression section, a paint by numbers mural.
Paint by numbers.
Back again. Artful photo ops will be back. Step inside the masterpieces. Figment's
Chalk
brush
art?
with the masters. Yes, chalk art is back again this year.
Nice.
Figment's brush with the masters. Scavenger hunt will be back again this year, where you walk around looking for Figment in huge works of art, and I have a full list of all the works of art he appears in on the website. Artist galleries, exclusive merchandise. They did drop a bunch of merchandise today. There's exclusive EPCOT wrist gift cards. Oh, what else? I missed
the merchandise block. Here's what I'm waiting for, Greg. I'm waiting for the one piece of information we don't have yet, because Disney Food Blog's not dropped their data yet. Yeah. But if I look back at the history of the Festival of Arts, that Figment popcorn bucket from 5 years ago or so seems to have started sort of this new craze. Not that it wasn't there previously, but this new collector thing that you have to have. And we got the Figment bucket twice, and then we got different versions of it. And in your image is last year's version, which was sort of the light bulb with Figment sitting on top of it. What does this year's Figment bucket look like? We also got the Imagination Pavilion before. What's this year's going to look like? What's the 2026 Figment bucket? Come on, Disney.
Damn it, Sam. I can't answer that right now. Do we know? No, we don't know what it is. But look, the big craze started around then, and then the R2 bucket hit movie theaters, and then Dune one. And who knows? Maybe, I'm gonna stop talking, because if I keep talking, I'll get myself in trouble. So moving on.
Yeah, there's lots of cool things happening. So let's move on. Let's move on to Kingdom Hearts.
Let's go to Disney Store Japan, because this is important for Disney and Kingdom Hearts fans. Look, Kingdom Hearts is still a massive IP, and their fans, and look, my kids love Kingdom Hearts. We played in this house still. No word on Kingdom Hearts 4. Sorry, I can't bring you that information. But Disney Store Japan has opened up a full section just for Kingdom Hearts, like an actual storefront for Kingdom Hearts, where they have plush, they have keychains, they have keyblades, they have pins, patches, magnets, collectors, like everything you can think of is there. But I thought the plush was really cool because not only do you get Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, which are the main three, but you also got Sora and Roxas, which are two of characters from Kingdom Hearts. I mean, 2 and 3, I want to say that they're mostly in. Chip and Dale, which is awesome. And then you have a Heartless plush. So there is a lot of new Kingdom Hearts merchandise that is coming out. Hopefully that means Disney is going a little bit more in on the Kingdom Hearts franchise, and people are going to be happy to hear that because we've been waiting for many, many, many years for Kingdom Hearts 4 to come out.
And maybe this is, it's interesting that you get the store with no big announcement. Like
Sam, let me tell you how big of a Kingdom Hearts family my family is. We had not been to Disney for 20 years. But they announced Kingdom Hearts 3 was going to have a demo version at Disney Springs in 2019.
Okay.
And that was the first time we came back to Disney World, was just to come play that game. We didn't go to the parks. We didn't care about anything else. All we cared about was coming down to play the demo.
That's
and
pretty
we did.
cool. And look what's happened since then.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Speaking of someone saying, hey, I want to jump. I want to get down to Disney World. I need to do that. That was Lindsay Lohan who showed up over at Zoo Better Together, but that's sure, no problem. But I think it's
celebrities come to Disney World all the time, and so there you go, a celebrity at Disney. No, listen, if you really want to know the behind the secret stuff of Disney, right? These major celebrities who work on Disney films can get in and out of Disney anytime they want. They just have to sell their souls and take pictures for Disney to put up on their Instagram and stuff. I mean, it's the behind the scenes stuff. It's every celebrity does it. It's, if you're in a Disney movie, this is how you can get away with it. Like, I can get a free Disney vacation. All I got to do is take a picture with Judy Hopps and Nick. Okay. So but more importantly, I could care less. She was just in Freakier Friday. She's having a career resurgence. She's amazing in Freakier Friday. She's really a nice human being, apparently now. So bravo. But let's talk about Zootopia.
Yes.
The biggest animated film of all time, Sam, is Pixar's Inside Out 2.
Yes.
Took them 18 days to hit $1 billion, and it ended up making $1.6 billion to become one of the biggest movies of all time.
That's
the biggest animated movie of all time.
That's a lot of change.
Zootopia is going to hit it in 14 days.
Wow. They
are going to beat out Inside Out 2 for the most money. And it's being carried by overseas. And I've talked about this many times with you.
Yes.
It's the Asian market. It's Japan. It's Singapore. It's Taiwan. It's Japan. Zootropolis or Zootopia. It is absolutely taken off. It is one of the, if not the biggest movie of all time in China right now. And it's just bringing in millions and millions. I think $500-600 million it has made there alone. It's made $255 million in America. It's up to $960 billion right now. It's just, it is going to probably beat out with Christmas coming up. It is the movie, right? Kids are not going to go sit at Avatar for 3.5 hours. Kids are still going to want to see a movie. SpongeBob's not going to carry the movie theaters. It's going to be Zootopia. I would look for Zootopia 2 to be the biggest animated movie of all time by the time Christmas is over.
Okay, so we had Moana 2 last year. We have Zootopia 2 this year. Mm-hmm. What's the compare for next year? Is that Toy Story 5?
So here's the thing, look, Frozen 3 is next year. Thanksgiving
weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
so good luck on that. You might as well just print $2 billion right now. And I'm not even kidding. Like
that's
look, Jared Bush, who's in charge of Disney Studios right now, is banking on sequels, but also they have the new movie Hexed coming out next year. They've already said that in between these sequels, they are still going to try and put out original IP stuff. They just hope people will go and see the original IP stuff. People complain about it all the time, yet Disney puts it out and then people don't go.
Yeah.
So
Ilio was a good example of that this past year.
right, and
World
Elio is
was
up for
great.
all these Golden Globe nominations. It may, the rumor out now is it's going to get a show like Inside Out 2 had Dream Productions or
Yeah.
whatever that
Yes,
was.
it did.
It looks like Ilio's about to have the same thing.
Okay.
So yeah,
See what
look,
happens next.
Disney, you put out an animated movie, something like this, you're printing money. Look, here's the difference between Moana 2 and Zootopia 2 this year. Moana 2 broke the box office record over the Thanksgiving week. And then the next 2 weeks, it died at the box office. People just
Got it.
were not
Whereas
returning to the
Zootopia just
theaters.
keeps going. Yeah.
Zootopia, people are going back and going back and going back. It's the Titanic effect, the Avatar effect, where
Right.
Star Wars, you have a subsect of fans who are just like, I'll see it 100 times in the theaters because it's amazing.
Yeah. And speaking of Avatar, we have that coming up too that Disney's banking on for 20th Century Fox.
Yeah.
Fire and Ash will be big. And you also mentioned Star Wars, which is a good segue from a good segue to the news this week, because we got official dates for Star Wars returning to theaters and Avengers Endgame returning to theaters.
Yeah, the image is deceiving, right? That Star Wars one. It's actually, they messed up with it because it's not in theaters February. It's in theaters February of 2027.
Well, okay, it's February. It's February 27. That's my mistake.
No, because it's February 20. So here's what's happening with Star Wars, right? It'll be 50 years since the movie premiered. So we'll have we'll have all this 50th anniversary stuff of Star Wars. Yep. They have promised, and they put up, originally the movies were going to be re-released into theaters on April or May, whatever.
It was originally going to be May something. Yes.
Right. Now they've moved it up to February, and they have promised it will be the original theatrical released version of Star Wars.
And I hope that they stick to that, because this is Star Wars before it was A New Hope.
Yep.
Before it was Episode 4.
Yeah.
When it was simply Star Wars, and it was the story of a farm boy that overcame the evil everywhere to blow up the Death Star. And that's Star Wars. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to watch. I want the original entrance. I want the original crawl. I want the original cantina scene. I don't want any special effects, although they have enhanced or brightened and restored the originals. That I'm good with. Do that. But I can't wait to see that original in theaters again.
I want to see Han shoot first.
Yes. That
right?
better be exactly how
I want the original version that I saw as a child. Do I want the other versions? I want the other versions too, Sam. Don't get me wrong, but I would love to see the original version one more time in the theater.
Yes, how it came out.
And then following that is Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame is coming back into theaters on September 2026. Now, let's talk two things. Avatar was re-released when Endgame came out originally, it took the #1 box office of all time, beating out Avatar by only like a few million. Avatar re-released itself into the theaters and became the #1. So they kind of went back. Well, Endgame was just like, hold my gauntlet. And they're like, we're re-releasing it, except we're going to add a final scene, a post-credit scene that ties into Doomsday, which is due out in theaters 2 months later.
So it's still the original movie. They didn't change the movie. They just
did not change the movie.
End scene, so they'll still get credit as the original
post-credit scene will tie in with Doomsday.
I see what you did there. Hello, Caleb, by the way. Thanks for joining us again.
Yeah.
Very smart. Speaking of gauntlets, and by the way, I did not see Endgame in theaters. I probably should have. I did not. Maybe this is my opportunity to do that.
Yeah. How far away is an AMC from you?
There's one not far.
Yeah, I have A-list because we're by Disney Springs, and it's like, I can stop by and get a movie anytime I want. Plus, I need to keep up on popcorn buckets. So,
well, speaking of that, that was going to be my next question for you with the Star Wars re-release. And by the way, Revenge of the Sith was in theaters not that long ago for its
Yeah.
25th anniversary. Is that what it was?
Yep.
I don't remember. But
Yeah.
anyway, they had the Darth Vader popcorn buckets for that.
Mhm.
What popcorn buckets do you think we might end up with for the original Star Wars? And by the way, we've seen so many. We've had the R2D2s, we've had the Darth Vaders, we've had the Death Star come from Disney
Right.
Springs. We've
The
had
company who works with them works with Disney, so they would have to pull off something that is not readily available, right? Could
something
you
that's
get
unique. Yes.
3PO's head, right?
I have never
Yes.
seen a 3PO's head.
Never seen a 3PO's head. Could you get
I've seen
Jabba
Chewie's head.
the Hutt? But I mean, no, he's not in Star Wars.
Jabba's not
So
in it. Neither is Boba. They're not in this movie.
right. Could you get a lightsaber drink cup?
That would be cool.
Obviously.
We've seen a sand crawler in the past because the sand crawler
We've seen, right.
could
We've
always
seen a
default to like an
Sandcrawler.
R5 or something like that droid.
There's a possibility.
We've seen a
mean,
mouse popcorn bucket
Maybe I can get
everywhere.
Tashi Station. I don't know.
Tashi Station would be cool.
Yeah.
So many.
2
I
Moons
can't
of
wait to see that.
Endor.
Anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. I
Anyway.
mean, there's so much you can do, but it's not. You can't. Right? You could put out R2D2 again, but that's
I'd
the
be
one that
good with
started
that.
this craze in 2019.
Be okay with that. I would. All right, let's keep going because speaking of Gauntlet, Percy Jackson and the Olympians season 2 premiered today. It's streaming
did.
right now. Have you watched any?
Have not seen it yet. Rory and I will sit down and watch that. We're in the middle of she's rewatching Has Been Hotel for the 900th time. I am watching it for the first time going, oh, why did I miss this?
Got it. Okay.
But by the way, that is an adult only show. Please do not have your kids watch that. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, no, we will watch this and then her and I will review each episode.
Awesome. Let's move on to a Phineas and Ferb short that was the recap of Percy Jackson. What was that?
Thank you. There you go.
Hello,
you
Robert.
just said the news. You literally just said it's a recap of Phineas
I was
season
just
1.
reading it. It's a recap of season 1. Is the Phineas and Ferb?
Really
Hello,
is
Robert.
a
By the way,
recap
thanks
of
for
season 1, but except done Phineas and Ferb style. You know, I mean, it's pretty good.
I will watch this because I've
It's
not
only
seen
3
it.
minutes. It's a quick. Hey, this is what happened in season 1. Like kind
That's
of
cool.
what do you call those recaps?
Yeah, it's a recap. It's a recap just done by Phineas and Ferb.
Right. So what we're getting
All
at, and I just want to make sure we're clear. Phineas and Ferb, the show, has done a recap on Percy Jackson and the Olympians season 1.
Okay. Sure. No problem.
Okay.
In other strange news,
Miss Piggy is so I don't know how many people watch the Game Awards, right? I know it is massive. It is, people love the Game Awards. This is the video game award ceremony of the year, right? The best game of the year, best developer of the year, best graphics, all this other stuff. It is on tomorrow night, I believe at 8 p.m. and it'll be on Prime, and it might be 7 p.m., but it's going to be on Prime Video for the first time ever. It'll be streamed on Prime. It'll be on Twitch and it's on YouTube, but it is the Game Awards. Every year they have the Muppets do something. Last year was Statler and Waldorf. They've had Gonzo. They started off years ago with Pepe. This year, Miss Piggy is an actual presenter.
That's cool.
So I thought that was cool. It's like, it's, you know, I love, like, look, the Game Awards are for younger fans, but you can still bring Miss Piggy out and right. Miss Piggy will be there. Look, she got arrested 2 weeks ago. Obviously, she posted bail from the Sabrina Carpenter concert.
I missed that. We'll have to get into that later. I don't think we have time to.
She got arrested. She went to the Sabrina Carpenter last concert of Sabrina Carpenter. Her and Bobo Bear.
Bobo's a bodyguard for her, is he not?
He arrested her that night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on. In other news,
Robert, welcome in. Thank you. Let's go to Hallmark. Oh.
Wait. So, all right. So the Hallmark Channel is currently filming a holiday movie at Walt Disney World during the holiday season that will be part of their Christmas countdown next year. So in the Christmas of 2026, we have this Hallmark special to look forward to watching.
We do. And so here's how it all happened. It went down late at night, right? So Disney is filming a movie. Hallmark is filming a movie in Disney parks, and it's called Holiday Ever After, a Disney World Wish Come True. And it is going to be starring, and I got to make sure I get this right. Lacey, where is her name at? Lindsay Chabert, whatever. But it'll also have Richard Kind is in it, and then a bunch of other Hallmark Channel stars. We have seen recently around Disney World, at Hollywood Studios, a few other places, people filming, and people didn't put one and one together, and they were like, "Oh, is this a Hallmark movie?" And then out of nowhere, Lucy Chabert, or whatever. I'm sure Holly's like killing me on the name.
It's fine, but
her big holiday movie premiered the other night, and while the premiere happened, they announced that they were filming at Disney World. So it's part of Disney Parks. They are all into this together. So now Disney gets to move over into the Hallmark segment of Hallmark Channel and Hallmark Plus, right? And that demographic is the crossover. The Venn diagram
Hallmark
of that
Plus
is perfect.
Hallmark Plus is a thing?
Hallmark Plus is a thing, man.
Okay. All right.
You're gonna my wife is gonna kill you.
No, I'm asking seriously. Hallmark Plus is a thing, because here's what I got out of this. Because I peeled back the onion just a little bit, in the history between Walt Disney and the Hall brothers, who became Hallmark, is pretty fascinating, because it goes back 100 years to the first greeting cards that used Disney characters. And it is just amazing to see that history and how it kind of evolved all the way back to here. And I blogged a little bit about that history, but if you look for the Hall brothers, it's really, really cool.
Yes, it is really cool. It's really cool to see that. I mean, look,
there used to be a Hallmark store on Main Street in Walt Disney World.
The Hallmark movies themselves are positive. They have a good vibe. The stories are fabulous, and you can understand why a lot of women are drawn to it, right? And Holly loves it, and I'm happy that she gets to have something that she enjoys so much. I've sat back and watched it with her because I'm in the room, and it's like, oh, look, this is it's to bring you joy and happiness. And their Hallmark movies at Christmas time are getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yes,
and it's a whole market now. And it's like, of course, Disney should be involved in this. It's nothing but joyous and fun.
The connections are amazing, because Holly will correct me if I'm wrong here. They do some Christmas specials early in the year, like kind of a preview of Christmas. And during those specials, they advertise Disney parks continually during these Hallmark holiday specials.
Yeah.
And it moves the needle for Walt Disney World reservations based on advertising during these specials about the holidays. It really does.
Yeah. To answer Robert's question, have we been to Disneyland? Both of us have been to Disneyland together. Of all things,
we
and
have.
You are going with your family.
I am
this time.
going to do something I've never done before, which is spend New Year's Eve at Disneyland. Yeah. So I still have a question to throw out there. Should I be in Disneyland Park or should I be in DCA? I don't know where to be.
You know what? I don't know. I have EPCOT. I was going to go over to Magic Kingdom, and then I was like, no, I don't want to go to Magic Kingdom.
EPCOT
but I was EPCOT's cool, but now reservations are now full for both those parks. So I was like, they really did start doing something amazing over at Hollywood Studios. Should I just go to Hollywood Studios instead?
I've heard a lot of that. You should get that reservation. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on.
Or I'm just going to stay at home with my dogs.
Or you could do that. And I completely
probably
understand.
will.
Let's shift gears a little bit Muppet-wise, because Apple TV is premiering Jim Henson's The First Snow of Fraggle Rock, which is the first time we've seen some new Fraggles in a long time.
There is a cameo in this episode that is so brilliant.
You've seen this, right? You've already seen
I have seen Rory and I watched it day one. We are Fraggle fans. We are back to the rock, 100% behind Fraggle Rock. one of my favorite characters of all time in any Jim Henson character came back in this episode, and I'm like, Poggy's back. I love Poggy, man. Just a simple character that he's a Fraggle. Yeah, I mean, you have your Uncle Traveling Matt's there. You have Wembley and the Doozers and Red and Mowgli, and just everybody is back, and it's a fantastic story about being home, and it's the Fraggles. You can never go wrong with the Fraggles.
Got it.
And it's
and
Jim Henson Studios.
You can never go wrong with Bluey.
You can,
Bluey's
Sam,
coming back
my friend. You are going to learn about. You will be buying tickets next year for Bluey's big play when it makes its a big announcement of where it is playing in 20. It is doing an encore performance across the United States. They announced the other day. You cannot figure out where until March 10th when tickets do go on sale and they announce the dates. But they did announce it is coming back to the U.S. in 2026 for an encore performance. It'll probably hit like 20 states or something. But Sam, I know you will be buying tickets.
Look, if it comes close enough that I can get to, I will be there.
Yep. And it is. Yeah. This is a cute play. It premiered last year on ABC television. And when I say that, I mean Australian Broadcasting Company, ABC, not American Broadcasting
Thank you, which is where Bluey is from. Yes.
Yes. And then, I mean, look, Bluey is hitting America massively. If it already has, but it is coming back. It's got a movie coming out. It had he's coming to Disneyland in March. He's coming to Disney World in the summer. He's coming to Disney Cruises starting in January. Them. They.
I'm going to move us on because we're running low on time.
I should have said the Healers.
Back to
family.
Back to your bucket list of buckets, Greg's popcorn buckets. A couple of new things showed up, not specifically Disney, but around, including some new sipper cups over at Super Nintendo World.
No, this was a wanting. This is out in Japan.
Oh, this is these.
Okay, so it takes about 6 months for things to hit Japan first before they make it to America. We are at the 6-month mark. And so the Babam and the Yoshi Sipper Cup. Babam is a light-up popcorn bucket that actually lights up.
I assumed that was a sipper cup because it looks like the fuse would be a straw.
No, that's a popcorn bucket.
Okay, I'm confused.
Yeah. No, Yoshi and his egg, that's a sip.
See, I would think that the egg would crack open and there'd be popcorn inside.
Nope.
So I'm completely backwards on the way I'm thinking about this. New stuff hitting theaters. There's a SpongeBob movie coming.
There is a SpongeBob movie coming. And this, my friend, is one of the new popcorns exclusively to Regal Theaters. $44.99. It is available now. I love this popcorn bucket. It is a 2-in-1. It is a sipper and a popcorn bucket all in one. If you see up top where his pirate hat is, that comes out and fills up, like the back of the seat, fills up with your drink of choice with straw.
Okay.
And then on the back side of him, you can open up the back and you can fill it with popcorn. Almost like Herbie that's up here somewhere.
Okay,
where you can have the drink as the top part and then the popcorn's down at the bottom.
Very cool. New stuff for Avatar.
Tons of new stuff for Avatar. We got the new Ecron popcorn bucket basket, the light up cups, the Banshee ones. The other one's a Banshee light up, also with the new
in theaters next weekend, right?
Yeah, December 19th, 18th.
Next weekend.
Yep.
Next weekend. Lord of the Rings, there's some things happening.
This is massive. So Lord of the Rings turns 25 years old. So they have a new logo for the Lord of the Rings. So they are releasing the extended films into theaters again in January. And when they release them, they are releasing exclusive popcorn buckets, some to Regal, some to AMC, and they'll have magnets and a few other things that go along with this. But you can see the one ring to rule them all popcorn bucket, and then the map of Mordor.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Really before we jump to the last part here, speaking of popcorn buckets, Greg, I did get I do. I have the Star Wars movie night kit from Walmart, which is the R2-D2. Comes with some dots and some microwave popcorn. So that's pretty cool. There, ready to roll, and I think you may have something there too. What are you?
Sam, I have some new
I'm trying to get
popcorn
there.
buckets.
Give me 1
That's
second.
okay. This is the new Freddy, Five Nights at
Oh,
Freddy's.
you got your
and
Freddy.
yeah, the eyes do light up. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not even
You gotta
taking the
poke him in
mask
the
off.
eye to get him to light
And
up.
here's the bad. Like, I'm not even going to say the bad part. It was my fault for not checking before I left. But I have a one tooth Mr. Cupcake sipper. One of his teeth had fallen off before I checked him.
That
So
makes him unique.
nothing for nothing. It looks better with one tooth. It is a
kinda
sipper
does.
cup, and the straw, you can see where it gets.
It
But
kinda does.
these things have sold out so quick. The secondary market on this and the Freddy, and like, look, the Freddy's cool, and like I had to tell you how to open it up because
Yes, I have
Freddy
one. I
does
couldn't make a mask off
become
of it.
two
A
parts
mask.
where it's a mask.
Well,
and
it's a mask. You can wear it into
thing.
the theater. I get it. You know what else I have? I want to talk
They're
about
selling for like
very
$300 or $400 online right now.
I did see that. It's crazy. I want to very quickly talk about this, and that is two things I have. This is day 10 of the Frozen Advent Calendar Lego set, and this is day 10 of the Star Wars Lego Advent Calendar. And I'm going to attempt to put these together into one thing. But Greg, I am going to share that I'm slightly disappointed in the Star Wars Advent Calendar this year. Only because it's a workshop.
We both have it.
Yes.
It is a droid shop, and it's been very meh.
Yes, unlike prior years where it was Hoth and you got a bunch of pieces from Hoth, or those were cool things. But anyway, let's move on because we don't have a lot of time. We're out of time. The Muppets 70th. We are down to 3 magnets remaining, 3 of them. We have our list of things that I think they should be: the Flying Zucchini Brothers, the Muppets, Clifford, Emily Bear, Miss Piggy, Jim Henson. One of those made the cut, Greg, I am happy to say, and it is Emily Bear is number 68. That leaves us 2 more.
Love it. I mean, I don't think you could have had it been a better guess, right? Emily Bear. I think next week's going to be Miss Piggy.
Which leaves the 70th. We don't know.
We don't know.
We'll find out Friday.
But look, I did send you pictures, Sam. I did send you pictures. I have got all of them.
I have your pictures back to Thanksgiving. Number 66, the turkey. 67 is the newsman. Then Emily Bear today. We got them all. I also got to preview your refrigerator there as well.
Yeah, we are actually hardcore fridge shopping. Rory and I, Sam, convinced Holly that we need so on January 2nd we can go buy a new fridge.
Okay.
Yeah. See how that worked out? It worked out perfectly for all of us.
All right. With that said, there are 2 more of these to go. My money is one of these 2 is Miss Piggy. I would love the other to be Jim Henson. I don't think it'll be Clifford could get left off, which means he's not in the mayhem if he gets left off. The Flying Zucchini Brothers. Come on, the Muppets.
I know. I don't know.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But this has been in 70 weeks, my friend. We are 68 weeks in. I'm tired. Sam, I'm tired.
No, I get it. Speaking of tired, we have thank you so much, Lily. It's been great. It's been wonderful to have you with us, and everybody else out there. Robert, Caleb. Thank you.
And don't forget, before Sam goes on.
Yes.
Phineas and Ferb are recapping Percy Jackson and the Olympians season 1 on Disney Plus right now.
Yes. Yeah. I'm in for that.
Yeah.
Next week is December the 17th. The week after is December 24th, Christmas Eve. The week after is December 31st, New Year's Eve. All of which are a good time for us to break because we got holiday parties and birthdays happening and Christmas Eve celebrations, and I'll be in Disneyland for New Year's Eve. So this may be, my friend, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and all of that stuff. We're not going to be back till the Muppets are all announced. I think it's not going to be till January the 7th that we're back live.
Back January 7th with a little bit of a new show, little tweaks here or there. Nothing major. You're going to get your Disney news, your popcorn bucket, all that great stuff.
And more.
Thank you, everybody, for an amazing 2025. We mean that. It has been just absolutely brilliant to be here on Wednesday nights and bring you all the news from the parks. And 2026 looks great. Sam and I are going to revamp a few things and new graphics and who knows whatever else. Him and I are going to sit down at some point. But until then, make sure you go to samsdisneydiary.com, Sam's Disney Daily on Instagram, on Facebook, Sam's Disney Diary, all that place. And you can get, of course, me at Fantasyland News across all channels and online. So, end of line, my friend.
Congaloosh, thank you all for joining us. We'll be back January the 7th, 2026. That's crazy to say. And by the way, if something big drops, maybe we'll just jump on live at some point. See you next time. Thank you for joining.